My toddler saw a bride taking photos at the park and screamed, "Don't do it." The bride stopped mid-pose. Her photographer looked confused, and about 30 wedding guests turned to stare at my 3-year-old daughter Emma, standing by the playground swings. I was mortified. Emma had this habit of saying random things loudly at the worst possible moments, but this was next-level embarrassing. "Emma, honey, let's go play on the slides," I whispered, trying to drag her away from the wedding party, but she wasn't having it. She broke free from my grip and marched right up to the bride, tugging on her dress. "Lady, that dress is too tight. You can't run in that," Emma announced, pointing at the bride's fitted gown. "What if you need to chase bad guys?" Everyone went dead silent. The groom started laughing nervously, and the bride looked down at her dress, then at Emma. "Sweetie, why would I need to chase bad guys?" Emma put her hands on her hips like she was about to deliver a lecture. "My mommy says princesses should always be able to run fast in case dragons come. Your dress is like a trap for your legs." The bride's photographer was trying not to laugh while the wedding guests were murmuring about the cute kid, but Emma wasn't done with her fashion critique. "And those shoes are very dangerous," she continued, pointing at the bride's high heels. "You could fall down and hurt your head. My mommy only wears those shoes when she's going somewhere she doesn't have to walk much." The bride actually looked down at her feet and wobbled slightly. "You know what, sweetie? You might have a point about the shoes." Emma nodded seriously. "Also, your hair looks like it's glued on. Can you move your head?" The bride tried to turn her head and winced as her elaborate updo pulled at her scalp. "Actually, no, not really. See? That's not good for looking around for danger," Emma said matter-of-factly. "And all that white makeup makes you look sick. Are you feeling okay?" I was dying of embarrassment, but the bride was actually engaging with Emma now. "What do you think I should do about it?" Emma considered this seriously. "Well, you should wear running shoes and put your hair in a ponytail like my mommy does for the playground. And maybe don't wear so much white stuff on your face because it's scary." The bride's maid of honor whispered something about how the dress had cost thousands of dollars, but the bride was looking thoughtful. "You know what? This little girl might be onto something. I can barely breathe in this dress and my feet are already killing me." The groom looked panicked. "Katie, you're not seriously listening to a toddler about your wedding dress, are you?" But Katie was already kicking off her heels. "Actually, yes I am." "Emma, what's your name?" "Emma," she announced proudly. "And what's yours, princess lady?" "I'm Katie. And Emma, you're absolutely right about everything. I can't move, I can't breathe, and I feel like I'm wearing a costume instead of getting married." Emma nodded approvingly. "My mommy says being comfortable is the most important thing. She says beauty comes from being happy, not from wearing fancy stuff that hurts." Katie looked at her wedding party, then at the groom who was getting more agitated by the minute. "You know what? I think I need a different dress. One I can actually move in." "Katie, this is ridiculous," the groom said. "We've spent months planning this. You can't change everything because some kid made random comments." But Katie was already walking toward her maid of honor. "Actually, I can. This is my wedding too, and I want to be comfortable." She turned back to Emma. "Thank you for reminding me that princesses should be practical." Emma beamed. "You're welcome. And maybe get some sneakers. They come in lots of pretty colors now." An hour later, we saw Katie again, this time in a simple sundress and sneakers, with her hair in a loose braid. She looked radiant and could actually move freely for pictures. She waved at Emma, who waved back enthusiastically. "See, Mommy? She looks much better now, like a real princess who can fight dragons." The wedding went on, and from what I could see from the playground, everyone looked much more relaxed. Sometimes it takes a toddler's brutal honesty to point out when something isn't working, even on the most important day of someone's life.